small shop owner has buyed in the Santa or in any Raitu Bazaar.
एक ही जगह पे मिलके those type of plastics are known as thermosetting plastics. Comparison, there are 3 types:
up, down, right, left.
I am not inferior to anyone.
We are Clarus. We are top on the Everest. Congratulations.
I want to be a leader.
Hi Sweros, good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to this special interactive session on how to face interviews for getting admissions into premier educational institutions. Sweros' guiding line is no reverse case. Following its spirit in word and deed, the students of social welfare and tribal welfare students have been achieving their goals constantly in curricular and co-curricular activities with the help of Telangana government and our visionary secretary Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar. Recently, our students have appeared for national entrance test of Ajim Premji University to get admissions into their undergraduate courses. Out of them, a total number of 144 students have been shortlisted for the personal interview, which is second phase of admission process. This personal interview carries a greater weightage in compared to the entrance examinations. Personal interviews carry 60% weightage in process of admissions. Hence, we are conducting this program to give you tips and tricks in facing personal interviews during the admission process of Ajim Premji University. So, to give these tips and tricks of personal interviews, we have some special persons in this studio with us. Let me introduce these special persons to you. Miss Gauri Ranganathan, she is a famous educational trainer, and we have 3 Sweros, Miss Madhuri and Mr. Sai Harish and Mr. Ajay Swero. These 3 are Sweros who were successful in getting admissions in Ajim Premji University in last 2 years. They are now presently pursuing their undergraduate courses in Ajim Premji University. So, let me start this program with Madhuri. Miss Madhuri, please tell about the uniqueness of the Ajim Premji University and its infrastructural facilities compared to other universities.
Okay, sir. Thank you, everyone. First of all, hi to everyone. This is Madhuri Swero from Ajim Premji University. First of all, I congratulate all the Sweros who have shortlisted for the personal interview. Congrats to everyone. And I wanted to say the uniqueness of the Ajim Premji University and the infrastructural facilities all over there in the Ajim Premji University. As I already conducted that already this Mana TV show, we have already told about all these things. The facilities over there is like, see, you go there, only read, sleep, study, that's it. No work you have to do. All the facilities they'll provide. Nothing more work you have to do over there. Only studying and whatever your personal works you have to do. And there itself will have many infrastructural facilities, and also in our personal rooms or dormitories wherever we live in was really wonderful and comfortable, so that the pace of that university was suitable for our lifestyle and need not will be very hard. And getting into this education system over there in the Ajim Premji University, there are different courses which they offer, which are very useful for the all-round development of a student. That is the main thing which is unique about Azim Premji University, the all-round development of the students. As we all at SWREI, we inculcate different talents. We have been inculcating different talents, different competitions we are participating in. Recently, many of the competitions have been also completed for this academic year. Not only losing for these talents, what we have and what we have been proving in our academics or in our intermediate, we are not going to lose it if you go to Azim Premji University. Still there in university also you can prove your talents with different courses over there like creative expressions. There itself we have different streams which we can choose, like obviously we have already told in the previous show that running, guitar, girls football, many things. So we may not like leave all these talents if we come to Azim Premji University. If you want to prove a lot more and more, you can come to Azim Premji University. The main thing, the uniqueness of Azim Premji University, I could say that it's all-round development of a student. Any student from the social welfare department will come to the Azim Premji University, will be an all-rounder for your whole undergraduate course. That is, I can say, this is the best thing, it's the best unique thing about this Azim Premji University. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhuri. Now, Mr. Ajay, what are the courses are offered in Azim Premji University, and what financial assistance they are going to provide to our students, I mean the selected students?
Yeah, let me introduce myself. This is Ajay Swero. I'm studying degree second year BSc Physics second year in Azim Premji University. So basically, forgot to say the congratulations for the spheres who are selected for the interviews thing. So basically, there are like the 4 things are there. So I need to first let me introduce what are the 4 courses are there. They are called the majors. That is BSc Physics and BSc Biology, BSc Humanities, and BSc Economics, like BA Economics. These are the 4 courses which are available. And many of us know who has done, like basically we have some ideas. Those many of might have done like BA intermediate MPC, BPC, or some CEC, HEC. They might have something in their mind whether they can opt for the BSc Physics or something else. See guys, let me be clear on what I am saying. See, you can take any course what you wanted to take once. Even if you done MPC in your second year, you can even opt for biology in Azim Premji University. That kind of facility in university is there. So there is something called the major courses and minor courses. The minors are okay, like data science and programming and biology, and even they will keep the majors as a minor. So it will be very useful. So don't feel that you need to do the courses which you have done in intermediate year. So you can take any course whatever you wanted actually. See, like if you done even the MEC also, you can take even biology and physics also. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And even so, in interview thing, so there is something called financial assistance. As you know that financial assistance means they will give the scholarship for you. And so to whom they will give and how much they will give, I wanted to say on these 2 lines. So if your income is below 1 lakh, they are going to give the 100% scholarship. If not, then depend upon your economic position, they will ask you whether they wanted to give 50% or 70%, and again it will come. So you should be actually be clear on, you need to check with them, and you need to even submit your income certificate. They never ask about your cost thing. So that's a good thing actually. Yeah, that's.
Thank you, Mr. Ajay. And Mr. Sai Harish, you faced personal interview in during admission process of Azim Premji University last year, and you succeeded in that.
Yes.
Can you explain your experience in facing personal interviews to our present SWREIs?
Okay, sure, sir. Firstly, a very heartful congratulations, guys, for who are selected for the personal interview. This is Harish Swaro. I am pursuing BSc Biology at Azim Premji University. I am very happy to be here to explain my views. Guys, basically the interview is not same for everyone. It changes from person to person. For my experience, my interview is very friendly because I am very friendly there, because the nature, the atmosphere, the created is also friendly there. So basically in my interview, the common questions everybody should going to face is, tell me about yourself, your strengths, your weakness, what are the measures you are taking to overcome your weakness, those things. But what happening was, when you are explaining about your weakness, when you are explaining about your confidence level, when you are explaining about your strengths, you should create one story there. If you tell my confidence is my greatest strength, for that you should give one evidence for that. If I am in my interview, she asked about what is your greatness. I told my confidence is my greatness. Everybody given a same answer, but for that, if you tell my confidence, you should give an example for that. I told with the confidence only, today I am here in front of you, I am facing this interview. So that's a great example. In my opinion, that's a great example. So every person having a different confidence level, every person having a different experience in their life. So for that, you should give a great example. Your example should be unique, because every person that we are training in the same situation, like same people, we are in the same atmosphere. Everybody shooting giving a same examples. So it's not work always. So you should give a great examples, like unique examples, which is different from others. So like I will reveal some questions, which type of questions they ask you in interview. So basically they'll ask which person inspire you most in your life. Basically the most of the persons give like APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and those the great personalities. Of course they given they are the motivational person for you, but the thing was here you should give some daily life examples, like your father, your teachers. What happened in the last year was the most of the students repeated like R.S. Praveen sir is my inspiration. Okay, he is our inspiration, but what happening there was everybody repeating the same answer. Everybody repeating Ambedkar, everybody repeating APJ Abdul Kalam. That's not works always. So when you are giving examples, you should give a real life examples for that. It's very helpful. I told my father is my great example. So for that I given one story, like he inspired me in this way. So that works. Basically the main question they will raise was, why do you prefer Ajim Premji University for your undergraduate courses? There is a lot of universities providing the same situations. So for to give this answer, you should know first what is Ajim Premji University and which type of courses they are providing. What is the uniqueness of Ajim Premji, as Madhuri and Ajay said. So there the School of Liberal Arts, they are giving a freedom there, and they not as a student we are expect without stressful life. So there you get those type of studies, and there I saw a good relation between the student and teachers. So that is the main greatness of the Ajim Premji University. There everybody treat you as a friend, there everybody treat you as a same colleague. There you don't need to give preference, I mean respect. Respect is the common thing, but you don't call like a teacher and sir and seniors like brothers. So everybody should call as a teachers, I mean with their names. So it's a great thing. For our students, we expect a greatness. They will ask you like questions, why do you prefer degree course, like UG course only? You are related to the medicine, there is a medicine and engineering courses are there. Then why you prefer this? So it is a very tricky question, because the person, if you see, just yesterday our CM KCR revealed that there in Telangana 347 engineering colleges are there. From 1 year 1,60,000 students are coming out from engineering college, but only the 2,000 people are settling. So that's the situation there. If you do your undergraduation, it will help you whatever you want, I mean what situation you do. There's a lot of opportunities for that. If you do your undergraduate course in Ajim Premji University, there you found a overall development. After studying, completing in your Ajim Premji University, you are not search for, you don't want to search for jobs, you are become a job creator. That's the main thing you should keep in your mind. After completing of your course in Ajim Premji University, you will create a new jobs for the people. That's a greatness. So in my interview they asked some these basic questions, but one tough question for me, but is you are from background of non-co-education school, then if you go for Ajim Premji University, there the diverse of people are there, then how can you compete with them and how can you mingle with these people? I said, sir, if you see in our prayer, daily we pray there, all Indians are my brothers and sisters. That doesn't mean I don't have wife. That means that I treat even my wife like my sister. I show the same affection and love towards her. So that's a great, I mean myself, that's a great answer for me. But you should, if you giving example, you should prove for that. Everyone give the examples, but if you prove that, you will be select. So after where do you see, this is the rare question which is happened in my interview, where do you see yourself in after 5 years? Just I told I will be after 5 years, I will be the inspirational person, I will be the job creator. Those are everybody give the same example, but I told I will become a leader, I will become a great leader, because she asked one question, what makes you special? For me, the specialness of mine was I try to live today better than yesterday. That's the greatness of mine, because daily life I am learning a lot of new things. We are learning a lot of new things, but what we are learning, we are implementing, whether we are implementing or not, that's an important thing. after again they asked some questions about biology. Basically my interview had happened 1.5 hours. My interview is a long interview and all the among 134 students. So I'm very happy because I got a chance to prove myself there. I got a chance to explore a lot of interactions there. So I explained about the different aspects. Like I told them I'm majoring in biology, so I'm interested in botany. So they asked which subject you preferred in botany. Like I told, genetics is my interest topic. So she asked me what you want to become in future. I want to become a great leader. I want to become a great botany professor. So they asked, could you explain one lesson for me? I mean, brief introduction about one particular topic. Then I explained about genetics. So in the genetics, what happened was when I'm explaining, they try to raise the same question from what I'm explaining. If I'm explaining about genetics, they raise the questions from genetics only. So it is helpful you to, if you prepared any particular topic, you got a chance to explain there. If you explain, they mostly they ask the question from this particular topic what you prepared. So you have a chance to explore in that aspect. So like
Sai Harish, your advices and your experience are very useful to our students.
Yeah.
Very well said. Now Mrs. Gauri Ranganathan, ma'am, this is sorry Raghunandan. Yes, sorry. And this is prime time for our students to face personal interviews of the Ajim Premji University, because these personal interviews are scheduled on 7th and 8th of this month. So can you please give some tips and tricks or any easy way to face new persons during the admission process?
Definitely, sir. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for getting selected for the interview for pursuing your bachelor's program at Ajim Premji University. Congratulations all of you Sweros. You are really doing a wonderful job, and this is just the beginning of a great career for all of you, because you have so much of support system from the government, from the society, from the secretary Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar, and of course your sparrows themselves. And it has been a very, very wonderful and enlightening experience for me to interact with these wonderful students here. So we are basically, I am Gauri Raghunandan, and I am a language trainer by profession. I also interact with students on a regular basis, and I coach them for international tests. And I also had a chance to work with the society through TSWREI consultants, education consultants, when we trained the Sweros in Summer Samurai Camp in basic English concepts. So that is where the association has begun, and so far I must say that I am extremely happy to see the progress that the students have been making, and you will really go places. Only thing is you need to believe in yourselves. So that is what we are going to discuss today. What is an interview and how you need to prepare yourselves for this interview, which is just the beginning of your career. And I am sure all of you will succeed and have a wonderful career ahead. So shall we
yes,
begin, sir? So first thing is, my dear Sweros, I want all of you to understand that you are unique. That means there is no other person in this world who is exactly like you, is there? I am sure there is no other person with the same name, with the same looks, with the same background, with the same skill set. So you need to believe in yourselves, all right? Because if you believe in yourselves, then the world will believe in you, yes? So self-awareness is what I call, and that is the most important tool that you can have in order to succeed in this interview to begin with, and then a lot of other examinations that you will face in your life. You should know what you are, and for example, our Harish Swero here spoke about a role model. So you should know who a role model is, why you need to have a role model. So if you do not have a role model till date, then it is high time that you start thinking on what kind of person influences me, inspires me to do great things, who brings out the best in me. That person can be your role model. Okay, I have developed a small PowerPoint presentation, and I will take you through that PowerPoint presentation in order to help you with the kind of preparation that you must do for your interviews. It's basically in two phases. You prepare before the interview on a lot of aspects, including your subject, and then during the interview how you must conduct yourself. There is a common code of conduct or behavior that we call etiquette. So, I am going to offer you some tips on how to behave there, how to present yourselves, because you need to create a positive impression there, alright. So, we will go through the PowerPoint presentation to begin with. So, what is an interview? Basically, it's a structured conversation. You understand conversation, when two people speak to each other, that is a conversation. So, one person speaks and the other person listens. This is very important, Sveros. Please keep this in mind, because in an interview process, you are not the only person who is talking, you should also listen. And at the same time, you must remember that you are not the only person who is answering the questions. You can also ask questions. In fact, the kind of atmosphere that is at Ajim Premji University, as I have known from your fellow Sweros, is very open and healthy atmosphere. So, they do encourage you to express your doubts, concerns, questions, whatever you might have, because you are going to spend a good part of your student life there, 4 years, nearly 4 years. So, you have every right to know a lot of things. You might have a lot of questions in your mind. That is the platform where you can ask those questions and get a lot of clarity. So, it is an interactive process. You are asked a question, you respond to the question, and you ask a question. If you do not understand their question, you can ask them to repeat the question, paraphrase it in your own words. The bottom line is that you should get a very clear picture. They should get a very clear answer from you, alright. So, that is an interview. It is a very structured conversation between two people, where the interviewer, the person asking you questions, needs to know certain information about you in order to decide your eligibility for the said program. So, that is an interview, but we call that interview an interview. Interview because it will help you to look into yourself, to know yourself, to identify your skills, to identify your strengths, to be aware of your weaknesses and work on your weaknesses in order to turn them into your strengths. So, it is an interview, and before you face the actual interview at Ajim Premji University, I strongly recommend that you go through several mock interviews with the help of your coordinators, with the help of your teachers, and of course, guides like Madhuri and Ajay and Harish. So, you need to know, you need to have a look into yourself and identify what you are. Self-awareness is the beginning of knowledge. Please understand that. And so, what you must have when you go for an interview, what is it that you must have? Of course, whatever is appearing outside, whatever is the external attire, you should be very neatly dressed to the best of your ability. You choose the best dress that you have, and please prepare, wash it properly, iron it properly, and present yourself in a formal attire. And if possible, carry a copy of your accomplishments and achievements so far, whatever competitions you have attended, whatever examinations that you have written, the percentage of marks, whatever, all those things, in addition to your educational qualifications. So, carry a copy or two of your resume, and of course, you need to also have a neat folder. Whatever you carry, remember, you are trying to make a first impression, and please remember that they say that first impression is the best impression, but I always felt that first impression is a lasting impression. So, in the first 2 to 3 minutes of your interaction, that person is going to form an impression on you, and that person will not change that impression unless you give him a very strong reason to change that impression. So, the best thing to do is to create a positive impression. How do you do that? Fortunately, unfortunately, the world goes by the physical appearance, the external appearance. So, be very neat, be very organized with your accessories, with your folder, with your papers. Have a folder that has all your certificates in it, copies if possible, originals, a pen, or whatever they ask you. Every university will have a set of guidelines. I am sure Ajim Premji university also has a set of guidelines. So, prepare, know what to expect. That is preparation. A well prepared job is, they say, half done. A work well begun is half done. So, you can begin a work very well if you prepare very well. So, know what you are facing. So, I recommend you do a lot of research on the university and know about the programs that you will be considered for, the BA programs, the BSc programs. And another important aspect is that please be yourselves, because you definitely are not expected to impress the interviewer. So, you basically express yourselves, but not to impress the interviewer. You do not know that person, he is a total stranger, you do not need to impress them. You can just be yourself, be very truthful, be very forthright. If you do not know the answer to a question, have no problems in confessing that you do not know. But then show them the promise, say that I am sorry, I do not know the answer to that question, but I am willing to find out, because that is what I am here for. I am expecting to learn a lot from my education, is what you tell them. Have no problems in expressing your knowledge or lack of it. That is no problem. So, it is okay to make mistakes. What I am trying to tell you is, it is okay to make mistakes. There is no person who is perfect in this world, but you must know that you have made a mistake, and you must be willing and open to correct those mistakes. That is what is important, isn't it? So, please be truthful, please follow the rules that they have given you. If they have asked you to come report at a particular time, ensure that you go there at least 10-15 minutes in advance. So, that is called punctuality. So, you need to be punctual, because if you are punctual, you are telling the other person that I respect your time. My time is important and so is yours, and I respect your time. All right. And most importantly, please be yourself. Do not learn anything to impress the interviewer. All right. So, now what will you be tested on? Apart from your educational knowledge, that is your subject knowledge, you will be tested extensively on your subject knowledge. And as our friends have shared with us, the answer that you give to a particular question will be the basis of the next question. So, please be very, very aware of the answers that you are giving them. For example, if you say that my role model is let us say Mother Teresa, they might ask you, what kind of work did Mother Teresa do that you made her your role model? So, you should know the kind of work that Mother Teresa made. All right. So, know what you are talking about, and do not just give answers from a superficial or an external level. All the answers must come straight from your heart. So, it takes a lot of preparation to do that, right? And you will be tested on your confidence, my friends. How confident you are about your abilities, about your skills, about your knowledge, and about your ambition. You should have an ambition, because you are up for your bachelor's program, and this is just the beginning of your career. And then you need to do your masters, you might want to do some research, you might want to get into social work, you might even want to get into politics. But ambition is something that you all must have. So, if you do not have an ambition at the moment, it is high time that you started thinking on those lines. What is it that I want to be when I grow up? What is it that, where is it that I would like to be after my bachelor's? Do I want to do my master's program? Do I want to take up a job, or do I want to get into social service? So, that clarity must be there, and seek that clarity. Try to find out information. Information can be knowledge, information can be a very powerful tool for you in today's world, right? And it is very easily available. It is literally at your fingertips, isn't it? You do not need to go to a library and refer to books like we did. You can just open your internet and type whatever information you are looking for will come right in front of your eyes. You can find that information. So, please be informed, all right. And another thing that they will look at, whether they ask you a question based on your subject knowledge, or they might ask you a question based on your attitude, or your behavior or your experience, they will want to see a lot of commitment from you and a lot of passion from you. Now, what is passion? Passion is extreme liking for something. So, if you want to be a singer, for example, if you are naturally a good singer, if you have a good voice, now what is it that you do? You sing, right? But how passionate you are can be easily determined by the way you talk about it. So, you need to involve entirely when you talk about singing or when you talk about whatever you are passionate about, it can be very clearly understood by people around you. They might not understand the language you speak, but they will definitely understand your passion. Okay? So, please be very passionate and committed to your career, your growth, your advancement, your development. That will definitely be perceived by the people at the interview. And your aptitude is something that you are naturally inclined. That means whatever talent that you have. Ante mathematics, for example, a lot of students say we hate math, we don't like math. But then there might be some of you who are very, very passionate about math. Ante vallaki they don't even have to make an effort. They can solve problems like that. You know, they don't even need a pen and paper. So that is their aptitude. Aptitude is the natural inclination that you have towards a subject. So some of you might have a natural inclination for social sciences like economics, like geography or whatever. Some of you might be very good with your botany or physics or other such general science subjects. So know it first, okay? Know what your aptitude is and work on it and make it your strength, and then have the right attitude. Having the right attitude, just this very small exercise that we normally make the students undergo. We ask them to assign numbers A to Z, and A is 1, B is 2 and C is 3 and all that, and then we spell attitude, ATTITUDE, and we ask them to add it up. So attitude adds up to 100, a perfect 100 attitude. All right. So I go a step further and say that it is what contributes the maximum to that 100 is U. The letter U contributes the most to that 100. So U is important. So that is what I wanted to tell you. Wherever you are, whatever you do, your attitude will make all the difference in the world. If you have the right kind of attitude, you will be recognized and respected. And if you do not have the right attitude, then however great you are in your own subject, you will not get that respect from people, which is very important. So have the right kind of attitude. And your accessories, of course, at this age, I cannot really expect you guys to carry a lot of accessories, but whatever you carry with you, you know, like your folder, like a pen, everything has to be very decent, very, very good and neat, all right? And your potential, what is potential? Potential is the promise that you show to the others. That means today if I am able to speak one sentence in English without mistakes, which means that I can speak for hours together without mistakes in future. That is the potential that I have, for example. So know what your potential is and project that potential to the interviewer. You will get selected, all right? And like I said, making a positive first impression is extremely important, and 9 out of 10 cases, the first impression is made within the first 2 to 3 minutes of meeting another person. You can be somebody, they can be somebody else, different positions, different capacities, but in the first 2 to 3 minutes of interacting with that person, that impression is created. So work towards creating a positive first impression, okay? And girls especially, please do not wear any loud jewelry, like, you know, very dangling earrings or very noisy earrings. Keep your jewelry very, very simple to the basics, okay? And whatever dresses you have, like I said earlier also, please ensure that they are very neat and clean. And boys, it would look very smart, you would look very smart if you can wear a full sleeved shirt with a tie and of course a blazer. And if you do not have a decent pair, maybe you could borrow from your cousin, from your older sibling, that is your elder brother, okay? So, definitely you should make most of whatever you have with you. So, please ensure that your dress, your shoes, your socks are in place when you go for interview. Your attire might be very beautiful, okay, it might be very expensive, but your attire will not be considered formal if you do not wear shoes. So, please wear shoes, and of course, do not wear white socks. White socks are only for sports people. When you play a sport, for formal occasions, you should always wear a dark color pair of socks. Alright, and groom yourself, friends, very important. So, when I talk about grooming, I am talking about your hair, I am talking about your nails. The length of your nails should not exceed the tips of your fingers, girls especially, and please do not have all kinds of designs on your nails. That is not the place and time to show your artistic talent. You will get lot of scope to show your artistic talent once you get into Ajim Premji University, but interview is not the time. Okay? So, please trim your nails, clean your nails, and always carry a pack of mints, or if you do not have mints, just carry a couple of cloves, lavangalu, or a couple of peppercorns and miriyalu. Pop them in your mouth and your mouth is fresh. So, you will not give away bad breath or bad body odor. Keep yourself clean, groom yourself. Grooming is very, very important. And the first things that attract a person's attention are your hair, when you use your hands to speak, gestures, your nails, and of course, when you smile, your teeth. So, please ensure that they are all perfect, all right, and be pleasant and be polite. When I say be pleasant, it does not mean that you should be very submissive, no, definitely not, but you need to be pleasant or polite. Your tone of voice must be polite because you are facing a very, very important occasion in your life. And please remember, the best accessory that you can wear is your smile. Please keep smiling. It does not mean that you keep smiling whatever question they ask you, you keep looking at them and smiling. No, definitely not. So, you must have an open expression on your face. Open expression ante enti? When a person looks at you, he or she must get an impression that any moment you will smile. That is an open expression. So, smile from time to time and let them know that you are comfortable in your skin, alright. Whatever clothes you wear, whatever accessories you carry, what is the most important thing is that you must feel comfortable in your skin. So, please tell them that with your body language, with your gestures, that you are very comfortable, alright. And preparation, my friends. Success is 99% preparation and 1% inspiration. That is what I define success as. So, if a person is successful, then it means that he has prepared and prepared and prepared and tried and tried and tried and then succeeded, right. I am sure all of you know that when Thomas Alva Edison, when he invented the longest lasting filament that would keep a light bulb glowing for a very long time. That is what is his invention, isn't it? So, I believe he said, I have also learned how not to create a filament that would burn for a very long time. Okay. In addition to learning how to create a filament, I have also learned how not to create a filament. So, they say failures are stepping stones for success. They say that you must fail before you succeed. All those things are there. A lot of people would have told them. But what I am telling you is, ensure that there is no scope for any failure. There should not be any failure. If you begin a work by telling yourself that, okay, if I fail now, there is always a next time, then probably you might not be as successful as you would be when you tell yourself, I am succeeding now. This is my attempt, my first and only attempt, and I will succeed in this attempt. So, you get that kind of confidence only when you prepare. So, preparation is the key, my friends. Prepare on every possible thing, your subject, your own self, your attitudes, your skills, your talents, your strengths, everything you need to be aware of, alright. So, prepare, and you are a human being. So, you are tend to or prone to weaknesses, but that does not mean that you are inferior to anybody. Remember, you should never feel inferior wherever you go, with whomever you interact. There is no question of inferiority or superiority. At least God has not intended us to be inferior or superior to each other based on our gender or caste or religion or social status, economic status. No. So please project that confidence. Remember, you are not inferior to anybody. In fact, I wouldn't even use that word inferior. All of us are equal. And remember, do not project a very pitiable image. Interview is not a place for you to talk about your personal problems. Please remember that. The interviewers will come across as very friendly people. It doesn't mean that you should pour out your problems to them. No way. Please maintain a very good, decent decorum in the interview, and also remember that nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. Please remember that. That's a principle that I go by, that I tell all my students, and so I'm telling you. You are just on the threshold of your career, and you can make your career to be whatever you want it to be, however you want it to be. Please remember that you are in charge. You are in control of your career, and it begins from that day, from the interview day. So you need to prepare for that. And don't be nervous. You have no reason to be nervous because they're all very friendly. They go out of their way to make you feel comfortable. So I wanted to share a few things with you, and one of them is that you are the best person you know. You know yourself the best, right? And also, your smile is the most important accessory that you can carry with you. So please keep it and use it to your advantage whenever you must, whenever you should. And of course, you can have the control over the entire interview process if only you prepare, because your response will give them a scope for the next question. All right. So in a way, you can control the entire interview process if you prepare beforehand. All the best, all the very best of luck and prosperity to you. And it's on to you now, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. You have given very good inputs about facing in personal interviews to our students. It will be definitely useful for our student success. Now, Ms. Madhuri, you are pursuing BA Economics now,
Yes.
right? So, what are the prospects and career options of the BA Economics, and can science students, I mean MPC and BIPC students, opt for humanities courses also?
Okay. Fine, sir. The economic student will have the opportunity, like career options after this undergraduation. They can continue their PG there itself in Azim Premji University, or else we'll also have some job opportunities after this UG course also. We can be very clear about that after 1 year, because it was the only second year which is happening now. If third year will be completed, we'll come to know some of the career options for that. But most of the students will opt for the higher education there itself in Azim Premji University for PG course. And exactly, even a bioscience student or a physics student can opt for the economics or humanities as their minor, so that they can do their minor in humanities or economics in their second year. And that was a really nice thing, one of the unique thing we can say. Of course, see, I wanted to do my mathematics as my minor, because my major subjects in my intermediate are maths, economics and commerce. As there was no major mathematics over there in Azim Premji University, which is my favorite subject, I took economics as my major. And then I can take maths as a minor over there. And in maths, we'll have 3 levels. One is for physics major students, one is for bio major students, and one is for economics major students. And what kind of maths should be needed for the economic students, that the economic students who opt for maths can be taken. The physics people, what kind of maths they want, like related to the subject over there, they can opt that level of mathematics if they take maths as their minor. Yeah, of course, the economics people also can take the science subjects as their minor, and these people also can take the art subjects also the minor. Yeah, very comfortable with all those stuff. There are no restrictions upon that. Yeah, we can opt anything. I'm sure about that.
Thank you. Mr. Ajay, you are pursuing BSc physics, right?
Yeah.
Right. And what are the advantages of the BSc physics compared to engineering and medical courses?
Yeah, see, when I first take the physics as my major thing, so I don't even have exactly an idea how I am going to do that. But once I get into the actually physics, so basically whatever we learn there, mostly we will use the software here for whatever the things we learn. So technical thing, subject knowledge, those two things we will get once we get into the university. So basically the way how you learn the things will change once you get into the Azim Premji University. So once you're done with the BSc physics, it's not that you need to go with the like again you need to do the PG in the physics actually. So again they will offer something called the minor. If you take the minor as something else like humanities or biology or data science something else, you can work on your minor and even you can do your PG on your actually on your minor also. So even in PG like the courses which they are offering in UG is different from the PG. So in PG they have the education and the public policy and governance and what else education and yeah these are the courses they are offer. If you done with your PG, if you done with your UG, you can take a like the one thing which I can say that you can develop all round here. See they will give the all the instruments equipments, the way how you use will make you to the level whatever you want it to be.
Right. Thank you. Mr. Sai Harish, can you give some more tips about facing interviews?
Yeah, sure, sir. Basically, in interview, they ask some questions about my major biology. Then from there, I feel somewhat difficult. Then I slowly made their way to general subjects, when general awareness, how the society is there. In that situation, they ask for some questions like, what is your opinion on the present society, and what is your opinion on the education system, and if you have a chance to, if you got a chance to do something for the society, what you are going to do. These are the some basic questions we should aware about what happening in the society. So for that, one thing they asked me one tricky question, that is, how do you define success? So basically it's a personal thing for everyone, but what I told was success is nothing but contribution to the world is called success in my view. So it is not a personal thing for me. My success is the contribution thing to the society. So I told like, so the questions sometimes they play some tricky situations like, if you won't give a seat to Azim Premji University, what you going to do? We are not provide seat you because you are so rude. Just they tell you frankly. So there you feel some tense and you get some frustrated. So at that situation you should be maintain some patience. For that, if they tell we won't give you seat in Azim Premji, you just tell I took Azim Premji University as a just optional. It is just optional. I have a lot of opportunities there. So I am writing a different, but in those seats I got Azim Premji University. I will be very happy for that because I like that education system there. I want that free education system there. That's why I prefer that. That's the reason I prefer. So they play some tricks, these type of questions. If you go for that, one question is, why India is a still developing country? Generally we are daily discussing from last from 1947 when we got independence. From there the many syllabus is changed, but the one word never changed. Still India is a developing country. So for that I am very happy to get that question. So what I told was, if you see, when if you compare the other systems like education and everything, our India is very different. So my answer is, there is a lot of competition between Indian people. Okay, it is good thing to develop ourselves, but when those competition works with together like cooperation, then our India will become a successful country. That is my answer. So when you are giving a good answers, you should be aware about some answers. If I am telling India education is not good, they will ask why you are telling that our education is not good. So what I told was, there is CBSE, central and state and different type of education system is there. So the people who are studying CCE model, when they get into intermediate, they are studying state and central syllabus. They are not cope with that. So that's the reason there is no education system. If you see the in our India only the different states following different education system. If you see the Jharkhand, there is no like only government schools are there. There is no private schools. Even our government, even our Telangana government is also giving the same rules. But how much is implementing in the society? That's the reason. If you give a general real life examples for that, it should be unique comparing with others. So if you go for some questions like which one is important, which one is important, like hard work or talent?
Just a minute. Hello.
Hello.
Please ask your question.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
My question to Madhuri, madam.
Okay.
Madam, what is the actually system to prepare for an interview, madam?
Actual system.
Yeah, is there any baseline?
The baseline is like moreover 50% they'll ask about the subject, whatever the major the student is preferring. just concentrate on the subject, like prepare a topic, like your favorite topic. They'll just ask what is your favorite subject. So that will be a major, obviously, and then they'll ask about the favorite topic, what you like in your favorite subject. So if you say you're an economics student, I like about markets. So just tell about that. You should be able to tell about the topic for 10 to 15 minutes, so that they'll go into the questions in the same topic what you have taught. So then they'll go to the questions very deeply, and they'll ask like what is the kind of application with the topic in the daily life. So whatever the major is, it's an economics, physics, biology. Moreover, they'll give a scope to you, asking what's your favorite topic, and proceed. They'll not intentionally keep that, oh, I should ask this student only this question, I should ask this question, this question. No, they'll not keep like that. They'll only ask you, they'll make you feel comfortable saying that, tell your favorite topic, proceed on that. Then from that only they'll ask you questions. No worries. And then the personal questions like, tell me about yourself, what are your hobbies. See, hobbies, when you talk, as madam already highly motivated you guys and told very deeply that, speak truth. See, when telling about your hobbies, don't say that if you're not a dancer, don't say that my hobbies are dancing, singing, like that. They'll make you to sing a song over there. They'll make you to dance over there. That happened with my friends who got selected. So speak the truth, whatever is there. See, one of our seniors told that gun shooting is my hobby. See, at what centimeters level you catch a gun? See, that kind of questions may be asked. See, she ran out of the room. What? See, speak the truth while saying anything. So some kind of common questions are like, why do you prefer Azim Premji University? Why do you want to get into that? So these kind of questions, as Harish effectively discussed all these questions, how do we answer differently? So many questions. What are the questions we can answer, but they'll ask him in some tricky way for the subject thing. The other way, some personal questions you need to answer in a very unique way. Like madam already told, don't try to impress, just express all your views. So the tone of the tone of the voice or tone of your experiences shows the person. They are very experts, they are psychologists over there who interview you, will know whether you are speaking the truth or not, whether those words are directly from your heart or not. They can recognize you guys. You don't ever try to manipulate anything. You just tell whatever you know, and just tell speak the truth all the time. Don't ever try to manipulate or boost up about yourself. Just express what you have. That's it. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. And one more some questions related to how interview is there. They ask me about which one is important, like hard work or talent. Those two things are important. But if you see Sachin Tendulkar, he has a great talent in cricket field. But when he put efforts, when he played 18 hours in the ground, then he became a successful person. But here one great thing is talent. Sometimes talent may die, but hard work never. Because if you see talent, the person who having a Kevin, who is one of the most famous basketball player in America, he played very well. He has a lot of talent. When he sit in the chair just seeing, he never succeeds in the life.
So what you mean to say, Harish, is that pure talent or just talent might not last long unless it is supported by hard work. But a person who works very hard, even if he is not talented, or if he is moderately talented, also will succeed. Yeah, so we know what to choose from. It's not a choice actually, like Harish said. It's not that you are either talented or you work hard. You need to work hard because you're talented, and you will succeed because you have worked hard on your talent. So they are interrelated. You cannot really separate them. But if you are asked to choose between one quality, then hard work it is, definitely. Yeah. Because we have seen a lot of failures, extremely talented people who failed to make it big. But we are yet to see a person who works very hard fail, right? Okay. So, yes, sir,
Mr.
please.
Ajay, please carry on.
So basically in interview what I observed is that the Azim Premji University, the interviewers wanted to know what you know. They really don't ask the questions which you don't know. If you don't know something, you just, to be fair and to be frank here, just say that I don't know about this, or just try the lines which you know actually. So you need not to think about something which you don't know and which you can't think here. That's the one thing. And something which I wanted to say is that I already Madhuri and the madam also emphasized, and be frank and be truthful here while saying something. Don't say for the sake of someone else. They can figure it out here.
See, one aspect that I'd like to mention here and also congratulate all of you is that you have ample help and guidance. So, please make use of that help and guidance in order to understand what you are and who you are. Instead of expecting the people who are helping you to give you ready-made answers, you know, because that's not going to work. I like something, Madhuri here might like something else. I like singing, she might like dancing. So, if the interviewer asks me what do you like and I say singing, and if they ask Madhuri what do you like and Madhuri says singing, then it's not going to make any sense. Then all of us are going to sound like parrots. So, please don't be parrots, okay. Be yourself is what they wanted to say. And Ajay, I have a question for you. See, I have been interacting with you for quite some time now, and I understood that you are getting exposed to a lot of diverse cultures and atmosphere, which is a cross-cultural atmosphere.
Yeah.
Now, how do you think it's going to help our students there?
Yeah, basically, see, when I get into the university, it's very for me for the 2 months, it's become very hard for me to cope up with those guys, because the people where they are came from, they are mostly from the international schools and they are from somewhere else here. The way how they speak is very hard for me to receive. But once you get into the university, where things will change and you will try to learn, and the culture where you learned is where you are going to get into is like very advanced here. It's advanced, like I can say it's like 30 years. So once you get into exposed to those cultures, it's very easy for you guys to get into even foreign universities. You need not to even, if I'm right, I don't know exactly, but if I'm right, you can even need not to take the training for the IELTS and the other things. Everything is going to come under your course thing. If you done well in that UG, I think it's more than enough to get into foreign universities.
Okay. No, Ajay, I'd like to correct you there because I am in the field of international test preparation, but that is not relevant to what we are discussing here. So let's get back to the interview process. What all of us are saying and what you must do is focus on your subject knowledge, focus on your self-awareness, think on the lines of having a role model, and prepare for the interview with the determination to crack it and get scholarship and get into a university like Ajim Premji University, because believe me when I tell you that this is one of its kind universities in India that is doing a lot of good, bringing about a positive change in the education system, and we wish that all of you become a part of that renowned university. We have another caller here.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, madam.
Good evening. Is that me or Madhuri?
I am from Warangal, madam.
Yes, sir.
Kanpur, station Kanpur camp.
Uh-huh.
Madam, can you please tell us, would you mind in explaining the process of conducting interview, madam? How many members will be there, professor will be there in a board, and how they conduct the demo, madam? The students are very much anxious to know the process of demo, madam. Do they provide any, board, all these things, madam, piece of chalk like that, or oral? Is it oral?
You mean a demo that the students are supposed to give during the interview?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you guys expected to give a demo? I don't think there is any demo, sir. What you are asking is how many people will be there in the interview panel, and how the students are supposed to answer, the seating arrangement and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Madhuri will be able to help us out on that.
Yeah.
Madhuri?
In a panel there will be 2 or 3 members, that's it, not more than that. Need not worry about the number of panel members, only 2 or 3, that's it, not more than that.
And on the same note, I'd like to tell you that usually when there is a panel that is interviewing you, normally it is just one-on-one basis. One person is there, he speaks to you, asks you a lot of questions, but in situations like this, if there is a panel, that means more than one person, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Please remember that one person will not ask you a lot of questions. It's usually one person who is asking a lot of questions, general questions, another person who is a subject expert who will ask you a lot of questions on the subject, but there will be one person who does not ask a lot of questions, and it is that person that you must be very, very aware of, because he or she is silently observing you for your body language, for your gestures, for all those things that you are not saying with your mouth. Okay, your body is constantly communicating, please know that. So you must be prepared to talk or communicate with the person who is not asking you any questions. Am I right, guys?
Yes,
Yeah. So please be aware that a panel, all the people will not ask you questions. There's one person specifically to observe you on a lot of other aspects as well. How you sit, how you use your hands, how expressive you are with your face. All these things will be considered. Do we have another caller? No. All right.
Well, very useful guidance and inputs have been received from our resource persons, Mrs. Gauri Raghunandan and our beloved Sveros, Ms. Madhuri, Mr. Sai Harish and Mr. Ajay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So,
Pleasure
with
is
this
mine.
way we conclude this session, and before concluding, I, on behalf of our beloved secretary Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar and the both societies, social welfare and tribal welfare societies and the Swero world, we all wish you a very good best of luck.
Yes.
Thank you, Sveros. Bye bye.
Yes. We wish you